right, so let's talk about locations to do screenings at. Honestly, you can do them just about anywhere. Obviously, at health fairs and things, those were always honestly my least favorite because I knew when we went there were going to be a whole bunch of other chiropractors there, and although I know we were going to be a little stronger at our booth, you're still competing with a lot of people and it makes your job harder that day. I really like to go to the other things. You know, I know in the city we lived in there was a hunting show and a fishing show and a boat show. We went, there was an All Canada show. We went to all of those things, and like people would see us at the All Canada show, chiropractor, what are you guys doing here? But that's perfect. You know, what do you think happened? They came and talked to us and they scheduled. We did great. So whereas if it was the health show, everyone's like, oh, another chiropractor, and they just move on. Or a wedding show, there's a million chiropractors at every wedding show for some reason, and they just kind of pass on. And I think from my experience, wedding shows have been some of the worst shows that we did. But home shows are great. That one was really good for us. One of them, I think we scheduled about 120, 130 new patients at. It was one of the biggest weeks we ever had in practice after that show. But it really depends on how good your screener is too. So last thing I think, you know, on this topic is you don't have to just go to shows. You can go anywhere. You know, work to try to get into a grocery store in your town. You know, I know people talk about getting into Walmart. I'm going to do a video about that too, to talk about how we got into Walmart. And Walmart's good, but it's not the greatest in the world. I think it's actually not that great a place to do a screening at, but it's okay. And I think, you know, we did screenings even at a gas station. I mean, we stood outside at a gas station at one point and had a table, and we didn't have anything. And it was before we had our own practice. We were working with another chiropractor who really saw a lot of patients, and amazing guy. We learned a lot from him. But the first week we were there, he said, we got a thing set up at the gas station. And I was like, okay, well, where are we going to set up in the gas station? It's like, no, we're not in the gas station. You're outside of it. And it was spring. It was cold and miserable outside, and we didn't have anything. We had an old spine, which I don't think you should bring to a screening really. A table with kind of a junky tablecloth on it, and we had weight scales, and we were standing in the parking lot, and we were walking up to the pumps to talk to people. I'm like, man, that was tough. I mean, it was really, at first, really embarrassing, and then after a while, it was okay. We started scheduling people, and we were helping people, and I'll tell you, after we did that, everything we ever did after that was easy, because every time we thought we were in a tough situation, we'd remember being at the gas station, and then it was pretty easy, whatever we were doing. So, it was an awesome learning experience. And I think everyone should go do screening at a gas station because it's a great place to do one. But in closing on that, again, I'm going to talk about some of the specific places we got into, like Walmart. We always get questions about how we did that. And you really, 10 people will go in and get a no, and if you do it the right way, you can get a yes. But you have to know where to start and not burn a bridge before you get to where you need to get to. So we'll be talking about that in the next video, and I'll see you there.